Dun Laoghaire joins the elite of world cities to host motor racing on its streets. Long Beach and Detroit in the United States of America, Macau in the Far East, and of course the most famous of them all, the Monaco Grand Prix. The Dun Laoghaire circuit is 0.92 miles long, 2 long sweeping straights with plenty of room for passing, a couple of tight hairpins, and a top speed of 120 miles per hour. Great for spectators, so what do the drivers think of street racing?
It's the challenge, it's the same for everyone. You can't go down and grind round and round and round in endless practice and learn the circuit like the back of your hand. You go out there at 8 o'clock in the morning, you have 15 minutes to learn the circuit, to do a time, and especially so with a street circuit. The first 2 rows of the grid is where to be, preferably on the front row.
Street racing is great. I suppose really it feels great because there are so few street races, and it really is a novelty, if nothing else. I certainly am looking forward to racing in Dun Laoghaire more so than, let's say, any other race during the year. In fact, I was to race at the support race at the British Grand Prix last weekend, but because Dun Laoghaire was on the following weekend, I decided not to go and to stay here and prepare for Dun Laoghaire.
The atmosphere would be great there because it's on a street circuit, a lot of people there, spectators and things like that, which haven't really seen motor racing on street circuits.
It would be more demanding physically and mentally. Street racing, you've got to remember every little mark on the road, on the footpath. You've got to pick out marks along the circuit, and you don't get much of an opportunity to pick them out because you only go there if it's a regular street event that it would be on once a year. You can only go there once a year, and normally, because it's a street race and the barriers are removed after every race and put back again for the next race, they are never put back in the same place. So it's different every year.
Well, the sheer logistics of an operation like a Grand Prix around a street circuit is immense. An awful lot of organisational work has to go into it, and every little helps, and every big helps even more. And there's been tremendous assistance given for this by the members of the Dun Laoghaire Borough Corporation. The new Cathaoirleach is Owen Hammond.
We're thrilled at the idea. It's a very exciting prospect. I think Dun Laoghaire has turned the full circle. Years ago, many people came from all over these islands to visit Dun Laoghaire. We were a major resort. And we had things like this, like bicycle racing and road closing orders for some of the most way out events, some indeed like on Toastal, the parade. And I think we're coming back to that sort of thing. We became far too commercialised. And things like the summer festival, we had the road closing order for that. It didn't cause any problems. Some people are a bit grumpy about being inconvenienced, but I've no doubt on the day and after the day, they'll be as excited as us.
John Murnahan is chairman of Dun Laoghaire Festival Committee.
Well, the organisation has been going on for quite a long time. As you know, this was postponed originally. The people involved have done a tremendous amount of work. The people that they've spoken to, anybody that has been asked to help, everybody involved with it has been so cooperative. It's tremendous. It's a very exciting thing.
Motor racing is one of the few sports where the customers can really get among the principals. Now, after all, you can't get down to the dressing rooms at Wimbledon or Wembley or Croke Park to have a look at the players before a big event. But in motor racing you can. And this is the scrutiny, the time when the cars are checked for safety and for proper specifications.
You have to get your scrutiny sheets, and once you get your scrutiny sheets, you can go through scrutiny, sign on, and remember, practice starting at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening in Dun Laoghaire, and what great fun it's going to be.
The wife brought the car here to me today, you see, so I came straight from work to bring the car through scrutiny. This is the wife's shopping car, you see. This is, and I'm under strict instructions not to get it damaged. So this is going to be difficult enough around this very tight Dun Laoghaire circuit, but we'll do our best.
I must say we've a lot of terrific sponsors, and obviously an event like this is very expensive to put on. It's an exploratory event and it couldn't be done without good sponsors.
We believe that it gives our product an image which is young, youthful.
It's good visibility and good publicity for the company, and we hope it may help indirectly to sell the extra car or two for us.
Dun Laoghaire been very good to us. We want to help Dun Laoghaire in any way we can.
I think it's a very, very good idea, and it'll hopefully do an awful lot for the sport in general. And we're going to win.
Are you ready? Let's do it one time!
Qualifying and racing are two completely different aspects of the sport. The race against the clock for that very valued pole position for many drivers is more tense and taut than the actual racing itself. In this qualifying section, it's looking good for Alan Kelly.
Very pleased. I reckoned we would probably be getting around somewhere in 55 seconds. I didn't think it'd be that quick.
Yeah.
I'm sure with the car, with the gearing and the ride heights and the bumps, we'd find a little bit more.
Well, to say that it was your first time in a racing car round, that is absolutely true.
Absolutely true.
Yeah. Have you run it in a bike even before?
I walked it and I drove around it in a road car on Wednesday night, a couple of laps, just to generally see where the lampposts were and get my bearings.
What about the racing line? How difficult is that to get?
A racing line here is really a compromise with the bumps and the shores and the manholes. It's really there outside the Purdy kitchen. First couple of laps I was hitting a shore and the back was stepping out of the car, but once we went up on the curb there was no problems.
I mentioned there earlier on that perhaps drivers are more tense and taut for qualifying than they are for actually racing. It's a different thing, isn't it?
It's usually much the same. Like for me, I find, because most of the races we do here are just 20, 25 lap scratch races. There isn't this all important intensity as associated with Grand Prix racing. But on a scratch race, it's very, very important to be up the front of the grid.
Alan, you'll hold out, will the car?
Definitely. I hope so.
Vivian, journey into the unknown really, new course, new setup. What do you know about it?
I know very little about it from being behind the wheel of this car, but I have travelled around on the road car, so at least I know which direction to go in.
What about the bumps and the manhole covers and the sidewalks and the poles?
I won't see those. I won't be worried about them. I'll just try and get round as quick as I can and put in a good lap.
Do you have a liking for street circuits?
Yes, I must say I do like them. I hope to go well here. I usually do go well on street circuits. So, yes, I do like them.
Down with the visor, off you go. Thanks, Vivian. Equal fastest in the Formula Ford 1600 class are Dave Griffin in a Crossley and Vivian Daly in a Mondial.
By number 8, and that is Peter.
In the saloon practice session, Peter Lynch's VW Golf GTI was the fastest. I'll be more careful next time. I wonder, is Liam Plower trying to tell me something? Yeah, Keeney and the Coston has done it. John Keeney gets that all-important pole position. See that green Coston there with John Keeney at the wheel? That's Wexford built. Marvellous car. 28 starts, 18 wins, 10 seconds. Not bad for an Irish product.
Coming from the car.
A dog on the track. Now, just see how quickly it takes the marshals to black flag the drivers and stop the Formula VW practice. Nice work. Saturday is race day. What does Ferrari Grand Prix driver Stefan Johansson think of street racing?
It's different because it gives no room to make any mistakes, basically. I mean, you have to be ultra precise all the time, and it's much more intensive. You know, there's no time to relax at all.
Yeah, he's going to drive me down to the town hall for the council meeting tomorrow evening. I heard somebody tell him to frighten the hell out of me.
Classic sports car racing is the sport of gentlemen drivers. Except on the hairpin. Haddon's Darling picks up a stylish win in the Radio 2 Classics race in his Lotus 11. Despite a skid on the last bend. GT race, Keeney, Coston and Peter Thompson.
We had pole position in practice with a lap time of 54.7 seconds, which is quite good. We're quite pleased with it.
John Keeney had oil problems, but even oil problems are no problem to John and the TMC Coston as he picks up yet another well-earned victory in the Sempra GT race, ahead of the Enniskillen man George Crozier in the Maguire Metro. And Peter Thompson is the man behind the Coston.
There was an engine problem. He backed off there for the last 4 laps. We set a good lap record of about 54 seconds. It was quite good. Quite pleased with it.
Hi, George. Sorry I had to hold you up, but...
Yeah, I'm nearly up to the back, right?
Inside of the car.
You drove a good race. I would have been past you. You were
going well.
number 24. Second place, number 55, John Wood. Third place, number 11, great stuff there by Dun Laoghaire.
That's poleman Alan Kelly out. His overnight clutch problems proving too much. And there's a no more surprise winner in the Zanussi Formula 4 Grand Prix than Ivan Thompson Innes Crosley, after Leslie Wright, who finished ahead, was penalised 30 seconds for jumping the start, and Kelly and McKenna dropped out.
I saw the Alan Kelly going off with a slight mishap there, and after that I was just hoping I was in the lead of the Pre-82 class until I saw the rest slowly go one by one.
And here's Ivan Thompson. Come on, let's have the applause. Great victory. Great stuff with the interiors of the rostrum on the back of the field with the checkered flag. Absolutely marvellous. Make it very through here now to come forward and to rattle all the kids. Well done. Ivan, there is your cup. Hold the cup in one hand. Take a swig out of that. I'd say you need it. Go on, you go first. Okay, on behalf of all the spectators, results of the Zanussi Grand Prix, and here are the Formula 4s coming up now behind the pace car. But here are the official results of the Zanussi Grand Prix. First,
I always get a little bit nervous just at the start of the race, especially if he's on pole or looking like he's going to win, because I just want the race to finish then and for him to be in first place.
and then
With Vivian Daly in a clear lead in the 1600 race, the relentless dice for second place between Griffin and McGarity comes to a slippery end. After being stopped by a Longford Terrace crash on the 11th lap, the T. O'Reilly Electrical Formula Ford 1600 race produces a well-earned win for Vivian Daly.
We got a good start and he kept going well right through.
It's always nice to win a street circuit because there's so very few of them. So it feels good. It'll be a good night tonight.
And now, after a superb motor racing weekend organised by the Leinster Motor Club, perhaps Dun Laoghaire can return to its genteel and peaceful ways.
I must say it scared the hell out of me, and I'm sitting here fairly safely in the studio.